Dust. Tiny airborne particles that can cause big problems. In addition to being a serious health hazard, dust costs millions of dollars each year in damage to equipment and machinery. On dirt roads, at construction sites, and commercial and industrial facilities, out-of-control dust and soil erosion pose a threat to our environment as well. To protect our water and air from the harmful effects of dust, recent legislation imposes increasingly tighter restrictions and heavier penalties for dust pollution and silt runoff. To help businesses and government agencies facing these costly problems of fugitive dust and soil erosion, Pennzoil has created an effective solution. PennZuppress D is a safe, easy-to-apply emulsified petroleum resin that suppresses dust and stabilizes soil. Pennzoil now gives you the PennZuppress D solution. In-depth soil stabilization and effective control of road dust and soil erosion. Here at Pennzoil Products' Johnstown, Pennsylvania plant, PennZuppress D concentrate is manufactured from petroleum resin, binding agents, emulsifiers, dispersants, and wetting agents. A special blending process creates a concentrate that emulsifies easily with water. The result is a dust suppressant and soil stabilizer that spreads easily, penetrating soil and binding particles together to prevent dust from forming. Petroleum resin products usually do not emulsify this easily with water. But because PennZuppress D is formulated from a water emulsified resin base, it mixes almost instantly with any type of water. After it's been diluted to the proper concentration with water, PennZuppress D is ready to be applied. On dirt roads or wherever dust or soil erosion is a problem, wind and traffic break up the road's surface, constantly creating more airborne dust and erosion. Rainwater lifts up these dirt particles and carries them away as silt runoff, polluting streams and waterways. Mixed with water, PennZuppress D is easily and quickly applied to the road using a specially equipped spreader truck. From pressurized nozzles, the diluted PennZuppress D emulsion is sprayed onto the problem area. Once PennZuppress D is applied, it quickly penetrates into the soil. Special wetting agents and dispersants allow the resin to be absorbed into the soil, coating the tiny particles. Compared to most other dust suppressants and soil stabilizing agents, PennZuppress D concentrate is a heavier product with greater percent solids. The concentrated form of PennZuppress D is typically 66% solids. This means more effective soil cohesion with fewer applications. The water in the mixture acts as a vehicle that carries and distributes the resin, allowing it to spread evenly into the soil. Once the mixture has saturated the soil, naturally occurring salts in the soil break the chemical bond that links the resin to water. With the emulsion now broken, the water that carried the resin is free to evaporate, causing the soil to compress slightly. Soil compaction and strength are further improved when traffic compresses the treated soil, helping to create an even more stable base. On a road treated with PennZuppress D, very little loose soil is present to be lifted up and carried away by rainwater. With the soil particles now bonded together and compacted with the resin, silt runoff is virtually eliminated until traffic and weather conditions necessitate another treatment. PennZuppress D offers many advantages compared to other road dust suppressants. PennZuppress D is not formulated with asphalts or solvents. Instead, it contains a water-emulsified petroleum resin base, making it safer for the environment. It's non-flammable and non-corrosive to metal. It's also non-irritating and safe to work with. Federal and state OSHA regulations classify PennZuppress D as non-hazardous and non-carcinogenic. In most cases, PennZuppress D also eliminates the need to close roads to traffic after treatment. Compared to other soil stabilizers, PennZuppress D has additional performance advantages. Because PennZuppress D is non-hygroscopic, it will not re-emulsify with water once it has been applied. Other soil stabilizers wash away with rainwater. PennZuppress D remains in the soil to create a stable base. Used in new road-based construction or in restoring old roads, PennZuppress D reduces road maintenance and helps prevent potholes and washboarding. Because it penetrates soil during application, PennZuppress D typically stabilizes to the depth the soil is being prepared to provide road-based stabilization. Once a road is treated, PennZuppress D gives you the flexibility and choice of additional finishing options. A treated road can be chipped and sealed, paved, or left alone. If the treated road is left alone, it has the attractive natural look of a well-maintained dirt road. Soil stabilization with PennZuppress D is done in 6 steps, beginning with milling or scarifying the road, typically to a depth of 3 to 4 inches. This loosens the soil and creates a mixture of various sized particles so that the emulsion will penetrate and bind these particles together. The next step is applying the water-diluted PennZuppress D emulsion with a spreader truck. Mixing the treated soil then provides even distribution of the resin's binding agents throughout the milled soil. Applying PennZuppress D again to the mixed soil provides further cohesion and stability and prepares the surface for final shaping. Profiling the treated road then gives the desired smoothness and crowning. Finally, compacting the treated road provides a good surface and compacts the coated particles for excellent in-depth soil stabilization. It's because of these advantages that PennZuppress D is being approved by a growing number of state departments of transportation across the U.S. for use as a dust suppressant and soil stabilizer. PennZuppress D is also designed to help its users comply with changing environmental regulations. At this state park in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, the State Park Service uses PennZuppress D to control dust and reduce silt runoff. Hikers and visitors can enjoy the beauty of the park without annoying dust, while fishermen appreciate the clean water. For more than 100 years, Pennzoil has been a leader in developing, producing, and marketing refined petroleum products. The Pennzoil tradition of providing the customer with quality, service, and dependability is continued with pride by the people who make PennZuppress D. Pennzoil also takes pride in helping its customers meet their own high standards of quality in improving roads and work environments of all kinds. Of course, the biggest advantage of PennZuppress D that everyone can enjoy is its role in preserving our natural environment, not just in state parks, but everywhere. In addition to helping to keep our air and water clean, PennZuppress D is also the economical solution for reducing potholes, washboarding, and surface maintenance, and for reducing the loss of aggregate from the road surface. As environmental regulations and their enforcement continue the trend toward tighter control of dust and silt runoff, more and more businesses and government agencies are discovering the PennZuppress D solution: in-depth soil stabilization and effective control of road dust and soil erosion.